Hello.
Great to see you today, Suki Sandhu. Let's get to know you a little bit with 50 questions, starting now. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you to answer 50 questions today?
Super excited, so I'd say at least a 10.
What did you have for breakfast this morning?
Porridge, banana, peanut butter, and it was delicious.
Tell me, what's one great thing that's happened this week for you?
We won this great mandate for a CEO role for a luxury brand in London, and we can't wait to find them an amazing candidate. But let's not just do this on the doorstep. Come on in.
Wow, you've certainly got some great art on your walls. It's like a gallery. When did you first start collecting art?
When I bought my first home about 15 years ago in London.
What's your favourite piece?
This one here actually is by a British artist called Nick Jolly, and it's the gay version of Romeo and Juliet called Romeo and Romeo, and I love it. Would you like some tea?
Yes, please.
How about a cheeky biscuit?
No, thank you. But you're very thoughtful, which leads me to ask, which 3 words would you use to describe yourself?
Passionate, joyful, and determined.
Are those typical of your star sign?
Yes, I'm a Scorpio.
And what qualities do you cherish most in a friend?
Loyalty, honesty, and kindness.
We share that in common. Maybe we should be friends. What's a skill you wish you had?
Cooking, because I'm so terrible at it.
How would you describe your work ethic?
So I grew up in a working class family, so we grew up with very little, so I probably work harder than most. So I would describe it as relentless.
What annoys you?
So many things annoy me, but especially people that don't do what they say they're going to do.
If there was a movie about your life, which actor would you want to play you?
That's easy. I'd say Dev Patel. Only because he has the most incredible head of hair that I can only dream of.
Obviously, they'll have to age him.
Probably.
What else do you do in your downtime?
Fitness and exercise is really important to me. So I would say that because it's also me time.
What's a business book you love?
Oh, you mean this one that I co-authored a few years ago, available on Amazon?
What's your favourite thing in your home?
Actually, I'd say this chair here because it's by an Italian designer called Fabio Novembre, and it's really cheeky, and friends love it when they come round. I mean, he's not that bad either.
Are you a night owl or an early bird?
Both, because as a busy entrepreneur, you're up early and you finish late.
What is the best advice, professional or personal, that you've ever received?
If opportunity doesn't knock, create your own door.
And what is the best advice that you'd give your 16-year-old self?
Don't be too hard on yourself, and definitely don't do highlights in your hair at university.
Do you think it's okay for people to ask, where are you from?
I think it's fine as long as the intention is good. But I mean, if you want to know someone's heritage, you should ask that and be more direct. Or share your own background so that it invites the other person to share their background too.
So where are you from?
I'm from Derby in the UK, but my heritage, my parents are from India.
I know that you're Sikh. What's a misconception about being Sikh that you'd like to debunk?
That we all wear turbans and have long beards, which is clearly not me.
Who's your role model?
I would say Sir Ian McKellen, because he fought for LGBT plus human rights for the last decades, and he was a founder of Stonewall. He's also an incredibly talented actor. I adore him.
Talking about role models, what did you want to achieve with the first outstanding role model list in 2013?
It was about challenging stereotypes of where people expect our community to be. So we know that being LGBT plus is invisible, so people have to come out. And so it was also about encouraging other leaders to come out too.
Do you think you've achieved it?
Yes, but we have a lot of work to do.
Tell me about the Role Model Gala.
The galas are 2 nights a year in London and New York where we celebrate all the role models across our lists. And they are just the most fabulous evenings, full of love, joy, hope, which is needed more now than ever, quite frankly.
We know you love fashion. So what was your favourite gala outfit?
This one here, actually, you can see it here. It was just a pink suit with black ostrich feathers on the sleeves, very casual.
The gala sounds incredible. Can I be invited to the next one?
I'll see what I can do.
I'll make sure I bring the camera with me. Why did you start your own executive search firm?
Because I just got frustrated with the lack of representation at a senior level and I wanted to accelerate it.
And what do Audeliss do better than anyone else?
Levelling the playing field for diverse talent, and for us it's about widening the gate, not lowering the bar. And so we don't just talk about it, we do it. So last year 85% of our appointments were diverse, which we're really proud of.
What's your biggest career win to date?
I would say a spot on the Sunday Times fastest growing private companies last year. Really, really amazing.
Not your OBE then?
That's more of a lifetime achievement, I would say.
What was it like to get an OBE from the Queen?
It was probably one of the best experiences of my life, and I'm a huge fan of the Queen and still grieving the fact that she's not with us today, and I've got loads of artwork of her in the apartment. But it was actually the now King Charles that officially pinned it on me in Buckingham Palace, where I was with my parents and my husband. And it was a really blurry moment, because I think at one point I even curtsied rather than bowed as a man. And, you know, I'm always trying to go against the grain.
What's the one thing that companies can do tomorrow to create more inclusive cultures?
It's to stop talking and start listening to your employees, but properly listen and then take action.
And what's the most common mistake that companies can make with inclusion?
It's when companies try and celebrate diversity and inclusion in, say, Black History Month or Pride Month, and inclusion should be a year-round initiative. So, for instance, with LGBT+, we should be queer all year and celebrate the community.
So you moved from London to Jersey in the Channel Islands a year ago. What do you like about Jersey?
Well, let me show you.
That's a beautiful view.
We love it. It just gives you a sense of calmness when you're by the sea in perspective, and the people in Jersey have been super welcoming and friendly.
Surely you can miss London, can you?
I do, but then I travel to London and New York a lot, so I feel like I'm getting the best of both worlds.
What do you miss most about London?
Apart from like the art, the history, the fashion, and of course my friends, this is going to sound very first world problems, but I miss things like next day deliveries on Amazon and Deliveroo. So if Deliveroo is watching this, I hope they launch the service here in Jersey soon.
What's the biggest joy that comes with running your own business?
That I get to do what I want, when I want, with whom I want.
And what's the hardest thing?
I would say you're always working. So it's really hard to switch off, although I am trying to get better at that.
What's your most embarrassing moment with a client?
When I was on the graduate program for a company about 20 years ago, my manager took me out for drinks with a client, and in my defense, I hadn't eaten most of the day, and I got really drunk, and I ended up falling asleep at the table in front of the client. So I don't know how I didn't get fired.
I'm surprised too. If you weren't doing this job, what would you be doing?
I love fashion, so probably a fashion designer.
What's the single biggest lesson you've learned throughout your career?
That you need to take control and ownership of your own career. Like, don't wait for other people to do it for you, otherwise you could be waiting a while.
Everyone fails sometime. How do you pick yourself back up?
I have cheerleaders around me that kind of help set me on the right path, like my husband.
Okay, now it's time for a quick fire round.
Yeah, sure, let's go.
Ballad or dance track?
Dance track.
Aisle or window seat?
Aisle.
Original or remix?
Remix.
Favourite curse word?
Dick.
Cat or dog?
I would say dog.
Savoury or sweet?
Savoury.
And finally, what are you looking forward to in the next 12 months?
Gosh, there is so much to look forward to. We've got 2 galas coming up, one in London and New York. Audeliss are recruiting great mandates for our clients, and Involve is doing brilliant talent programs with large companies to help with development. It's so much to look forward to that I could go on and on, but I really have to get back to work, so thank you for coming round.
Thanks so much for your time, Suki.
Thanks, bye.